this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Texas! And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Got his man down the middle. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Texas. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Motion from the offense. They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Blue. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to...
Pass on the way. It's picked off.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. This one's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They're bringing heat. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. He chucks one out to the right. And he reels it in inside the 30. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. The give to the back. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They move on top here in the 4th.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. The short hands, it's blue. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Ewers. He's taking the deep shot. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position of the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! And now a critical extra point attempt here. And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. A Pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give is to Miller. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Now the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the knee stopped him at the 2. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll send out the kicker here. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. And he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. First play of the first possession of OT. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the single back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and they turn it over here in the first possession of overtime. Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, entered to the goal line. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offense.
He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Polligan, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Running behind that left side. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays.
Looking deep. He's got it on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Well, jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He lets it fly. And it's caught inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Etienne. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly out to the tight end. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the ball.
The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's back. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40 and it's first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to pick up yardage. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Oklahoma State 7, Georgia 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a man, it's Bowman. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive.
Oklahoma State 14, Georgia 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cowboys! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone. It's Etienne. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Line getting set on second down. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Finds his man down the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Using his feet to buy time. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. With the catch, it's Etienne. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
And it's picked off for the third time today. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Casey. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
To the air, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. Coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Just one of those mistakes. It can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Fires above it. Now it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the ball comes comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
It's kind of tough when QBs drop back and they're trying to protect the football and throw it. A lot of times you get some good shots, and if you rip at that football, you can cause an even bigger play and get that fumble to go with the sack.
Fires to the wideout. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Looking to the end zone. And that pass picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it. Can anyone catch him? The 20. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so explosive. They can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Give to the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kansas 14, LSU 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Kansas.
And how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it spark, get some points on the board.
Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. start. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the offense on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Henderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now on second down after the short completion. To the air, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State in the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. At the 35, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it's caught! Touchdown, Ohio State!
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. An 84-yard drive there, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's McCray. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's got room. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. Offense set on first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They're trying to get to it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Second down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Wasting no time taking a shot. Makes the grab on the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Wide out in motion. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it down the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, going to the air. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Now on second down after the good first down run. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown tie.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off-play action on first down. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against a safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB, knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it off.
Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner or Champ Bailey or Keely Ringo and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody.
Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They're getting this guy lathered up. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's back. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the offense will go for it around midfield. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Got his man all by himself. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. He wants it all. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Dropping back. It's Beck. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Up-tempo for the offense. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab down the left side. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. On the option. He'll toss it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Back to throw, it's Beck. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Quick completion on the out. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. He goes out of bounds after a huge pickup, and he's still short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Quickly to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 21, Georgia 0.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
First down, Alabama.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Here we go. Ready?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Got a man, it's Lovett. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. He's loose down the left side. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down. Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegian renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ford. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that...
He's loose. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
This offense is humming less than a minute inside the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Off play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the board.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bentley. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Offense getting set for 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. Pulls it in on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, it's Parrish. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Dart. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's 4. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish back on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know they're brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking for space. It's Love. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground. He's got it again. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Get set.
Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Fires left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him. Had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Never got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back and forth.
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a great play by the... It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Volunteers will kick it off to get us underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense lining up for a first down play. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the right. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. And the ball is picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
And all Offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Coming after it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Grab near the sticks. It's McCoy.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll try to get it through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Looking to go up top on first down. The quick out. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Using his legs, it's Genty. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll go to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
7, Tennessee, 0.
The kickoff unit about to go to work. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He'll do it himself. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets rid of it. The sure hands. It's Sampson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
He lets one fly deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And the try is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
7, Tennessee.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense set for a first down play. He'll keep it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. He's got him in the flat. Sweet cut there. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play, you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
the Broncos will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Volunteers will take over. First and 10.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. To throw, it's Iamaleava. Makes his connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Volunteers want to move quickly. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. The expressway is wide open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Makes the grab. It's Selden. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's got it on the run. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Volunteers are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll toss it. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It's as if there's a force field that's been keeping them out of the end zone and off the scoreboard. They'll try to change it on 3rd and goal.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the 1st down after making the catch. 4th and short now. Let's see what they do.
They're thinking touchdown here on 4th and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. He'll sneak it. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Man, he looks short on that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play.
And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience and bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on fourth down. No dice. Offense now set up an easy position to get a score.
With the run on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
Yeah, I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating, man. You got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Then just inside their own 20, they need to convert on third and short. Gets open down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete on the right side.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. From the 22 on first and 10. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this third and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes like...
Touchdown, Broncos! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Coming out with it, it's Selden. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Man, this place is going nuts. Your offense comes through in the clutch when you need it. Great job. Now, baby, free football. Let's kick the extra point and go to overtime.
And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and the ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Trojans will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Badger. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll try the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, what a move! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
That's caught. It's Johnson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Hands it off. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they say you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, David, the defense dialed it up at the perfect time, and what a tackle.
Great tackle. I'm surprised, honestly, he held on to the football. That is what you want. You want physical knockbacks. When you're on defense, you watch the tape, coach is like, is the running back falling forward? If he's falling forward, we're not doing our job. There was no falling forward on that one.
Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 84 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they... Oh, he didn't spike it. He's going to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 7, USC 0.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football. He does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Here's the handoff. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Marks. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. He makes the connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
He threw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Wilson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he was dying to push his... That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. You don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And I get it. You want to start fast, take the life out of this home crowd. But when you're the road team and you start the game with an onside kick, that is a little bit crazy, a little bit aggressive. And when you don't get it, now you've created all the momentum for the home team and great field position.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this one.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Looking to scramble. Caught near the sticks. It's Allen. Touchdown, Aggie! Hauled it in and just kept right on. Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and ready to cheer on the Texas A&M Aggies. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to run it back. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. A first down for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. snagged in the middle. It's Allen. At the 45 on its way. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll run it from the gun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The run from the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
The fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Barber. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited. And you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
To the air, it's Sellers. The throw to the outside is complete. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Fires to the big fella. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
That's what we got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
That's the end of the first quarter. Texas A&M 7, South Carolina.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quick strike complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put... Fires the pass, intercepted! Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he intercepts it. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Thomas.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Gets it out fast. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Fires to the right. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback, being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to They have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
To the air on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. Deep shot for the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
On second down, looking again to throw. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try it on the ground. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Going for 6. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Texas A&M 14, South Carolina 7.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down.
And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss.
Just a really nice job defensively, too, not giving up on the play, right? Didn't sack him initially, but guys were still in hot pursuit and chasing. And this front 7 defensively, they've got a lot of speed and athleticism, and they're able to stay on the quarterback's heels and force him out of bounds for a loss.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, creating.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Aggies are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the ball is intercepted.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sanders. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hunt. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Looking for a crease to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Complete downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Taken down at the 30. And that's a first down for the offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. They're going to run it. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period.
Texas A&M 14, South Carolina 7.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll run play action. Escapes the sack. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Finds the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Defenses throughout the league study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Got the quick pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. To the air, it's Sellers. Throws toward the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And he tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's McDowell. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Aggie. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.